Everyone has a name. Whether your name is long or short, has a lot of syllables, or has not so many, everyone has one. My name is JC, which is derived from the Greek name Jacinda, which means flower and beautiful. Because names have such a huge impact on our identity, they are influential in the development of our personality and also on the individual's sense of self. In the next few minutes, I hope to equip you with the knowledge that can help ensure and even manipulate your own success. In order to understand the emphasis that we put on our names, we have to understand a concept called homophilia. Homophilia is essentially just the idea that we pay attention and respond better to things that are familiar to us, which seems obvious, but let me give you an example you might not have thought of. A man with the name Harold would be more likely to respond to Hurricane Harvey than a man with the name Jack. Why? Because they both start with H. Another example is in sales. If a salesperson is pitching his idea to a customer, he will repeatedly use the customer's name throughout his speech. The reason for this is to draw attention back to himself and to his idea, and to ensure that the customer is paying attention to him. This ensures that the customer is more likely to buy his product or buy into his idea. By naming something, we give it the ability to feel. The United Nations Convention for the Rights of the Child declared that every child on earth was deserving of a name. And every country, with the exception of only 2, signed this treaty. This is one of the biggest moments of unity in all of human history. Some countries even have laws that protect names. For example, New Zealand has a law that requires citizens to send in their names of their children for approval from the government before their child is born. Now that we've looked a little bit on the political impact of names, and also on the idea of homophilia, let's jump straight into the socioeconomic impact that it can have on us. According to Business Insider, people with the names that are uncommon are less likely to get hired. Not only are they less likely to get hired, but they are more likely to be associated with juvenile delinquency. A 2009 study with Stonesburg University found that regardless of race and background, juveniles with uncommon names were more likely to partake in criminal behavior. Not only does having an uncommon name have a negative impact on children, but so does having a name that's hard to pronounce. Studies show that people with names that are difficult to pronounce are favored significantly less in all areas than people with easier names. Lots of things like this affect the way that we view people. For example, even having your middle initial when you sign your name can have a monumentous impact. By understanding the psychology of this, we can better ensure our own success. Your name says a lot about you, but it says even more about where you come from. Ethnicity and gender play a lot into this. A study was done in the US where identical applications with black-sounding names and white-sounding names were sent out to employers. Those with white-sounding names were 50% more likely to get a callback for an interview than those with black-sounding names. Gender also plays into this idea. Women with gender-neutral names are more likely to get jobs in male-dominated fields than women with feminine-sounding names. Women with long formal names are more likely to get promotions, whereas men with short and informal names are more likely to have success in whatever they do. By understanding the implications behind names and the emphasis that we ourselves put on names in other people and in ourselves, we are able to better understand why people view us the way that they do and why we view people the way that we do. Not only that, but we are able to better ensure the success for our children if we choose to have them. I hope you learned a lot about names and a little bit about yourself during this presentation. Thank you.